So, guys,
So, Mr. Marc,
hi.
how have you been these last 3 days? We're Friday, the last day of the exhibition. How are you feeling?
Great, great.
Great.
Were a couple of rough days.
How late was it when you got into the hotel bed?
It was quite late. It was after midnight.
After midnight.
After midnight.
After
But
midnight. When did you get up?
very early, 5:30.
5:30. You
Yeah.
already a professional looking your emails and other stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we start the day with
Yeah.
a little bit of sport,
Yeah.
shower, some work, breakfast, and go.
How many times did you participate at the Indonesian exhibition?
I believe this is the 5th edition that we do Indonesian. We also do the INE, the year after. Always because
A loyal customer.
a loyal customer indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And always at the same place,
Um,
I guess. Hall 1?
Hall 1, same place indeed.
Yeah.
Has a reason because of the let's say the awareness point of view. It's a good spot. So no reason to be elsewhere.
Yeah, I saw the guy from Germany yesterday. Who was it again?
That was our CEO, Mr. Marc, who is our CEO since a year.
Yeah.
And he was very curious about, let's say, the emerging Belgian market. And he was here since Wednesday afternoon with some customer visits. And after that,
What did he say? That evening event yesterday evening with all that people. It's crazy stuff for him. He's not
he's not
used to see things like that. Huh?
He's not used to that. It is
Yeah.
typically Belgian, but he feels himself quite at home.
Ah, okay,
So that's good.
right.
good thing.
I hope that the good vibes from the Belgian Indonesian exhibition will positively affect him. Any plans for this weekend?
Not big plans.
Resting,
do some relaxing things.
some detox.
Also that belongs to the job.
Same stuff for me, but maybe I will try something somewhere like tomorrow morning very early to do some fitness workout to detox my complete body and my brain, because it was a hell of an exhibition, but it was a good exhibition.
It was a good chaos. Yeah.
It was a good case, and sometimes you need to be challenged, even at my age. Even at my age, I need to be challenged to do something else. Welcome to the Indisruptive and Friends podcast, your 30-minute traffic jam antidote, where technology, strategy, and economics are mixed, no nonsense, and in the right context. No geopolitical noise, no hype, no clickbait, 100% signal, no noise. Informal, but straight to the point. Sharp, relevant, and pragmatic. And every stone you might trip over has already been turned over for you. In this Automation Fast Forward series, recorded live at Indonesian 2026, we sit together with Marc Vissers, Marc with a C, Marketing Manager EMEA and West Atlantic. Marc has a large expertise in business development in industrial automation and digital transformation. He's not only a loyal exhibitor on Indonesian, but also a very reliable source for us of information of the markets and quality intel about things that matter for every customer, our visitor at Indonesian. Welcome, Mr. M with a C.
Thank you.
Mr. Marc, we all had some rough but inspiring days during Indonesian. Tell me, did your crew survived, and what are your first impressions on Indonesian 2026?
Thank you. Let's first try to answer the first question. Did our crew survive? Yes, of course, because the crew is fit. The crew was prepared, and the chemist here in the crew is finding the right mix. And the right mix starts with expertise, having set up good goals. Also have a lot of fun together, because when you have fun, that will also attract people, and focus on what really matters in our case, and is motion control and industrial automation. So that answers the first question. learnings from the experiences
First impressions.
last 3 days is are quite some. We met a lot of, let's say, family-owned companies, which are mostly here in Belgium, operating in local or international level, all facing the same problematics, challenges in looking into the future. So Europe is in quite some, let's say, stormy weather, and this stormy weather has to be ended. And those were was our first learning. Second learning is that uh, companies are facing also the lack of resources. So also the time to market of developing new machinery is an issue. So we spoke about that. And the third thing on the learnings is the in the engineer to order world where Belgium machinery is in, will come to a good combination with configure to order. So that those three topics we spoke about more or less, and those are good conversations. Yeah.
They had some special messages. What are their biggest challenges and concerns? And I guess that you have different type of verticals from the industry who visit your booth. What are the main verticals who visit your booth from industries? Is it discrete machine builders, metal related, assembly related? Do you also have people from chemical and other sectors? Maybe it's better.
We divide the industry in different segments. So fast-moving consumer goods, so in the primary sectors for food and beverage industries are important ones. But also generic industries. You mentioned one, metal, steel, but also agriculture and are one of them, pump industry. But another very common and very important industry is the conveyor world. So everything with material handling, processing world. To handle stuff from A to B, to pack it in packages. So all those industries together are very important for us. So we set it as what I said it before, motion control. That is really our strength, with a good combination of industrial automation technology, and that there we focus ourselves on in different industries.
Yeah, but you are in various verticals of the industry, if I get it quite well. So you're talking about, of course, everybody talks about the turbulence in the market. Of course, some people I talked to, such as Farouk and Siemens, I had here spotted also. What changed for many exhibitors, they say, is we are living in turbulent times, but what's kind of different of with the other the former exhibition 2 years ago is that everybody is a little bit above over the hype, and now more with a sense of urgency. They are looking for business cases. They are looking for where is the win for it. I want to invest. I need to invest. Is it the same story with Lenze that people, they have their worries, they have their challenges, they have their uncertainties in climate, in investing, in the investing climate, and the interest interest rates and things like that. But you feel like that's the vibe I feel with the exhibitors and visitors. There is a kind of sense of urgency. Is that correct, or am I reading that
Absolutely
wrong?
you see different things coming in the same time. So we have a lack of resources. We have to make sure that machines are, let's say, safe enough, on not only on the IT OT level but also on the IT level. So cybersecurity is an issue. um, Digitalization is emerging quite well the last, let's say, 5-6 years, especially. And of course, there's the change in the supply chain. So we face geopolitical issues, what America is doing, what China is doing, what Russia is doing, competing in a different way to Europe, to European suppliers, to European supply chains. The lack of materials or sources is an issue, and that's all happening in the same couple of years.
Yeah.
But that's what we face. How do we deal with that? As a sector, is that connection is here a great word to use. So we need to cooperate in a different way with the supply chain. And that face also the fact that quite some industries will suffer because they have a lack of gross margins and productivity, and that has an influence on the future of companies. How are they dealing today will influence their futures, and that's the combination of all those factors together. How to deal with
once, getting all in at once. Type of people who visit your booth. Can you tell me something more about the profiles or that combination of C-levels and operational people, or what's the profile of people who visit your booth?
Really depends on the size of the company. Most, let's say, 80% of the Belgian market is a family-owned company between, let's say, 25 or 150 employees. So that's the largest group, and there the family owners or the directors are also the decision makers. The larger SMEs, the corporate companies are organized a little bit different. And there, the middle management are also the decision makers, and there we see also a difficulty in how the decisions are going to be made. It's by far not only about a price and functionality. It's about what you provide in the whole chain. Examples are. Let's say the combination between motion, drive technology with automation technology, and on top of that,
you go deeper into the proposition.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's not only the device anymore.
No. It's so when you compare that with 10, 15 years ago, they were comparing products. Now you compare functionality and output, and that changed the ball game.
You can see that also on the exhibition, that people who demonstrate their products, who expose their products, they are still exposing their products, but they are exposing their products in a demonstration, in a real actual business case, or in a real actual situation.
Want to see the solution.
Products is part of the solution. So can I imagine then that companies like Elenze are more solutions providers than product providers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that is where you have to make the difference. Showing that it's by far not only the product itself anymore, and listen to the requirements of the market. So customer centricity here is really key. Listen to the requirements, to the future requirements of companies, and the customers of our customers. And there you can make the difference.
That includes automatically that for companies like yours and for your sales team, the style of sales completely changed.
True. To consult and let's say this way. I believe that the sales people in organizations like ours has to be more listeners and transform the customer requirements in good business cases where they can support our customers in the best way. And that's not only inquiring a product for a good price. That is much more than that. Service is very important. Maintenance, life cycle management, we call that, is an important thing what we need to add on in the inquiry. So we are not sending a quotation with a product number, a price, and a delivery time. It's much more than that.
Can I imagine then that the profile of salespeople that are actually in 2026 present on your booth and I suppose on other booths are changing their skills from a technical pure product?
They do.
Salesman to a solution provider?
They do. You need a couple of more generalists in your company who can overview the whole situation and the whole plant and whole machine type. And you need also enough experts in different fields.
Yeah.
And that combination comes to what I just said before, to the right, so the first time right engineering inquiry to your company,
Yeah.
to your customer.
You're having next level skilled sales teams because you have to be with your client. You have to be in a circle of trust, something like that.
Yeah, and then you need to take care about your colleagues. So that is very essential. Therefore, you need to train them in a repeatable way, in a proper way, to be as best as possible.
Okay. I was wondering, this is Indimation, this is in the Benelux exhibition. Of course, I know that you were responsible for the marketing and you have a lot of knowledge of exhibitions quite in different sectors in Europe. Uh, how are things evolving in Europe on exhibition level?
Let's start with Belgium. I think Belgium is a perfect example how it should be in every country, because you see the whole market coming together in those 3 days.
Mhm.
I was a couple of weeks ago in the UK, where we face almost every week events like this in 2 3 days, and they see only a small percentage of markets,
Luckily,
and then
yeah.
you have to make choices as an exhibitor. Where do you participate? Because simply you cannot participate everywhere.
Yeah, your budgets are bleeding in that.
That's not only about budget, also about
Yeah.
resources and output, expected output. So the depends on the region. So UK is a completely different country than Belgium. So you see there that they are quite more product orientated, and in comparison with Belgium, more solution orientated. When you go to the Netherlands, we have a similar trade show as Indimation that is called World of Technology and Science.
The WOTS, yeah.
Yeah, WOTS was from tradition a similar platform like Indimation now is, but in some way the Dutch are not coming together with the whole market. So that there is a change of maybe culture, mindset. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering that you have that phenomenon in the Netherlands because we are always, as Belgians, we are always a little bit envious that cooperation also on different levels between companies, but also between unions, federations, whatever consortia, is much closer. Also, the sharing of knowledge is much better and more efficient in the Netherlands than in Belgium. I have more the impression that in Belgium people are living on their own island and doing stuff individually. It seems kind of contradictory then that what's this little bit
I think that's a surface. I think when you put it down in a layer deeper, that the Dutch have a lot of associations also, and there it goes wrong because those associations have to cooperate together, and then you see a mix of different platforms, and there it goes wrong with examples like WOTS or technique shows and other trade shows. When you look to the other question was also in Europe. I do a couple of countries in Europe. When I look to we call those lighthouse trade shows for more international character. Like
a lighthouse
trade show
is really the top of mind in Europe.
That's more Europe orientated.
Like SPS, for example.
That's one of them. Also, Interpark for the packaging industry in May is one of them. But also Label Expo was in Brussels, now Barcelona is one of them. Examples like that, and that will attract 10,000s of people, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people in 5-6 days. Those shows are from quality quite helpful. Quite interesting enough to participate in for the further future, but it also have an effect on the local orientated trade shows like Indimation, but then in the other countries. Indimation is a success, so what is still no success. and that is a pity, and it will also have an influence in the local supply chains. People want to. It is essential. People want to meet people.
Yeah, but I'm always wondering now. This is a conversation really out of the box with no policy and say no hype. Of course, you have an exhibition here in Belgium. You are a Benelux corporation as here as an exhibitor. Um, uh, you can say from an opportunistic way. Let's make an arrangement that this exhibition travels around and has a function in Belgium and a year after in the Benelux. Maybe it's too heavy for the budget of some companies because when you have to participate every year on a Benelux exhibition, I'm trying to think out of the box. Is there then no other federation or instance that is improvising or thinking about or a think tank who says we are looking for a solution for a larger, let's say, lighthouse industrial automation exhibition for the Benelux?
Could be an opportunity. I think it's now the time to act.
Yeah.
And time to act because the whole European machinery sectors are under big pressure. So cooperation from political perspective, from association perspective, is a need to have to bring all those companies which are working in this beautiful industry together. That's an absolute necessity. So there it starts. So I would like to ask all those people who are in those area of associations, but also the politics in industry, talk with the industry and arrange a meeting like a trade show or a summit or something like that in together for the industry. It doesn't stop with talking. We need to act, and act is execution, and that is crucial.
I like the narrative. I like the narrative, of course, but yeah, starting to act. If you find the right actors and the right listeners to come into action, maybe it's an idea for people who are listening or for in the future have a talk around that possibility. Moreover, to Lenze itself, I know you like to talk about automation next, digitization next. I'm wondering how is Lenze reinventing itself?
Different things. We will make our portfolio less complex. We modernize.
Do you mean then modular or?
It is already modular
Already
in the software and
modular.
hardware perspective, but as you already know that you will have upcoming years less available resources in the market, so also at the customers you have to make your product portfolio even more simplified than ever, and that has also consequent in the organization.
Mhm.
So we will break down the silos. We will make this company less complex. We are corporate, family-owned company, worldwide available in different kind of countries, in different kind of, we call them zones. So we simplify that already, and that will have an effect in a positive way to the customer. So we say in our organization it is customer centricity, and this is essential to make that breakthrough, to provide in the requirements the customer and the potential customer has. So simplifying, speed up all developments and new products, which has to be available for future requirements. That will help the industry, from our perspective, to help the European industry for growth.
So in a wrap up, if I get it, you just talked about for in the exhibition world, people should start to act. But as I can resume, you are simplifying things structurally, strategically, going over more to servicing and consulting models also with
Absolutely,
products.
absolutely.
Digitization is one of the spear points. Do you have any messages to Belgian listeners about how they can get in touch with Lenze or have a free talk about your expertise?
Anytime. Maybe a couple of highlights what will come in the very near future to everybody in this sector. Look at change of regulations, machine regulations, Cyber Resilience Act will be active at the end of 27. There's a necessity what machine builders but also users are getting. So work on that. That is really a necessity to work on that. Yes, we can help them with that to make the PSUR teams and the S-bombs and all things necessary for those acts and new regulations. If there are motion control or automation issues in single or multi-acts, or they're very complex machinery, happy to have them and to help them. It is time to decrease time to market and increase the gross margins for companies so that they are able to use that available money for new innovation, and we are very happy to help.
We're
Yeah,
very
that-
curious. We're very curious. You have also a subsidiary. You're a Benelux company, but you have a subsidiary in Belgium also,
Yeah, we have in Bornem,
in Bornem.
Yep.
Yeah, and you have one in the Netherlands also.
in Den Bosch, Bosch in the Netherlands,
Yeah.
and we are there, let's say, more or less the headquarter of the sales and service organization for the western part of Europe, so Benelux, UK. We have their subsidiary too, France, Spain, Italy, Nordics.
So,
Yeah.
as you hear, people are also always welcome to drop in Holland or even in Belgium for an invited or uninvited cup of coffee.
Always.
Some of your people. How do they get in touch with one of you guys?
Quite simple. Make a telephone call or send an email or do it in a different way by LinkedIn. We don't care. Just get in touch and we
Just
will.
Google Lenze, you will Netherlands or Belgium, and you will end up on a website and a contact sheet, and you will get contacted anyhow, anyway, and very soon. I thank you very much, Mark, on this last day of the exhibition. I wish you a very detoxing and restful weekend, and I'm hoping to see you back again on one of our next meetings.
Yeah, next year is INE, so we will be there too. Yeah.
Be there. Watch it out for INE. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, Mark.